Hello and welcome. My name is DW and this is my little slice of the internet I like to call Dub's Beauty Diary. Today I have a collab video. So a bit ago, I'm behind on my watch laters. I'm so sorry everyone. But so like maybe 2 months ago now, Kay had posted a video about her neutral palettes in her collection, and she doesn't love neutrals, so she didn't have very many, and that got me thinking. So I went immediately over to her Instagram and messaged her asking her if she wanted to do this collab. So this collab is you always hear people talk about palettes with a pop of color. We're going backwards because we like color. So this video is about palettes, colorful palettes with a dash of neutral, a splash of neutral, a pop of neutral, you get my drift. I picked out 10 palettes in my collection. It was actually harder than I thought because either palettes that I was thinking of were all colorful and they barely had any neutral, or they just had like a blending out shade or like a lid setting shade. And I wanted like a palette that could, I chose palettes specifically that could make a neutral look, but not overtake the palette. 10 palettes, 10 colorful palettes with a dash of neutral. I will have Kay linked down below. I love her content. She's fairly new on YouTube, but she has been in the panning community for a while. She makes stunning looks over on Instagram. I like stalked her for a while because every single look she created, I was like, need to save this for inspo, and I'm sure I looked like a psychopath. But that's besides the point. She decided to collab with me anyway. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to move these around so I can randomly choose a palette. Let's go with this one. No one has this palette. Do you guys have this palette? SpongeBob Hip Dot. The only reason I got this was probably before I was into makeup, like the makeup scene on YouTube. I had seen a ad on Facebook for SpongeBob makeup, and one of my friends really likes SpongeBob, so they had face masks of like Patrick and SpongeBob, so I got us a set of that for Christmas, and then for Friendsmas one year, and then I picked up the palette too. But this is what it looks like. It is colorful, but I think with the yellow, is yellow a neutral? Like what is a neutral? Brown? Browns are neutral, right? I don't know. But with these two shades and maybe like a deepening out shade, yellow, this gold, or this rose gold, I think this would make a decent look, a neutral look. Sorry, I just got a text. Yeah, so this is the first one for colorful with a pop of neutral. Next up we have, people do not like this palette, and I don't know why. I didn't have a problem with this, but this is a Natasha Denona Love palette. So I think you could get a neutral look with these four on top. Maybe this deepened purple could look black or brown. There's a silver that's a little purpley, but I think this is, otherwise this is like a pink purple palette. How do you guys categorize your palettes? Do you put them in like brand order? Do you put them in color family order? Like, I think if I would have like all my feminine colors, like red, purple, pink color stories together, I don't think I would have as many because I would see them together, and I'd be like, oh, I guess I don't need this one, or I don't need this one, or I don't need this one because I have this one. I don't know. I'm just talking. But yeah, this is my second choice. Then we have, this is a newish palette. What's Up Beauty, the Dragon Eye palette. Look at this. Look at this. So, I don't know, is purple a neutral? Is mauve a neutral? Like this shade right here? Is pink? What's a neutral? Like, anyway, I think if you used this shade, this shade, this shade, maybe even this shade, could probably make a beautiful look. But like, look at the shifts in these shimmers. So, I don't know, maybe it'd be like a pizzazzy look that, would like it'd be like neutral with a pop. I've never used this palette, but yeah, that is number 3. Next we're gonna do this one, Glam Light Ice Cream Dream. Yes, Ice Cream Dream. Very colorful, but there is enough neutral shades in there. I like the brights down here. Those are a nice touch. But then you've got like these grounding shades up here. That white, was it like a white gold? It's called French Vanilla. Maybe it's just a white sparkle, but that's pretty. Yeah. I've only used this palette one time for that palette bingo I did with Amanda. So I don't know for sure if the neutral look in this would be outstanding or not, but it is what it is. Yesterday I saw a car driving with like on the windshield, you know, like in this on the side by the passenger side, it said it is what it is, like going up, or maybe it was going down, I don't know. And like my husband just went on like this rampage, and he's like, I hate it when people say that because you can always change things, and you can, like, you decide, you are your own you make your own destiny or some. Anyway, he gets bent out of shape over the weirdest things. We're going to talk about the 5th palette now, which is Barred by Fantasy Cosmetica, another one I haven't used yet. But I think with these brown, like this top row, would you guys consider this khaki green a neutral? This reddish brown, would you consider that a neutral? I guess it depends on like what you pair it with, right? Like if you pair it with these two together, that would be like pretty bright, and like this color doesn't look neutral to me, but maybe to some people it is. I don't know. I don't know. Then I decided to choose the ABH Cosmos palette. It's quite colorful. Like the shimmers are colorful, but the mattes like ground it. So I think that's nice. So like you could do an all matte look, obviously, but like these two with this brown would be a nice look. These two with sun, I mean, which is my favorite shade out of this palette, surprisingly. Yeah, you could even, like, this purple could probably pull a little more neutral if you paired it with some of these other ones. There's this dark purple that would probably look like a black. That is that. I really like this palette too, so if you have it, you should pull it out and use it again, because I'm sure you haven't for a while. Unless you're Amy. She uses that palette quite frequently. Number 7? BH Lost in Los Angeles. It's it's like a pastel palette, but you could definitely go neutral. There's a white in here to tone down any of these shades, so you can tone down this orange, you can tone down the yellow, could tone down this camel color. I mean, it's already neutral, but like, and then you've got the hills. It's like a light pink shimmer. We've got a silver. Yeah, I think this is a colorful palette with a pop of neutral. Then I'm going to talk about this Pat McGrath palette, and I've seen a couple people use this recently, Michelle and Marisa, and it's just been, I've never used this. It's been like living in my head rent free. I want to do like a look with each of these 6 pans, this pink one, the purple blue, and the green gold. But like, look at this quad, very neutral. Look at this quad, quasi neutral. Is this gold? Is this yellow gold a neutral? Like, is gold a neutral? Like, maybe I need to go back to art class and find out like what a neutral is. And I probably should have done that before I started filming this. It's fine. It's fine. Number 9, Beauty Bay Wilderness. Now, when you think of wilderness, you think of nature. When you think of nature, you think of neutral, right? No, that's not right. I don't know. Ugh. This is a colorful palette with a little bit of neutral. We've got like these orangey brown shades, beige. Otherwise, we've got red, green, teal, blue. Like, it's a colorful palette, right? And last but not least is another palette that I have not used, reoccurring theme. If you want to see a video of like my how does Emily, oh the shame, her Oh the Shame videos, if you want to see a like a shame pile, Jenna does shame pile Sundays, or she used to, I don't know if she still does, but of palettes or any other makeup product for that matter, just let me know in the comments and I can do a video like that too. But Juvia's Place, Walhalla, this is the last palette I have to show you. So we've got purples, we've got mauve browns, goldy oranges, dinginess, pinky coral, and blues. So I would consider this row right here neutral, right? Like that's a neutral row. That's a neutral row, I think. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. I'm sorry, Kay. I'm sorry that I got you roped into this. I'm sorry. But with that being said, we will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.